I don't know what this saying, chanting the weather 3 times thing has been recently. You do it 5 times. You start at a whisper, and it slowly builds up and up and up. Okay? 5 times? Yeah, 5 times, starting at a whisper, and then it gets loud. Don't start, weather, because it doesn't go up very much. Okay? So I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
I need you to move back a little.
Freshman year. I auditioned for Grease, and I got a call back, which was mind-blowing for me, because I showed up and everyone was like, "You're a freshman? What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm really sorry." So, for callbacks, we had to be paired up for a dance. It was like a combination, and it was boys and girls, and I was really, really nervous, and I had my eye on this really, 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 really hot guy named Alberto Resende. And I was like, "Please, God, let me be paired with him. I just want to dance with him. I wanted him to throw me up in the air." I was so excited. And then I get paired up with some scrawny little kid with braces who definitely could not pick me up.
That was me. And then, after, I don't know how, getting into the show, there was a scene in the show when we were all at prom. And I had to cha-cha, and I've never cha-cha'd in my life, with some girl who thought she was hot shit and thought she was all that. She was a freshman who also had braces.
That's me.
So after getting a name role in Grease, I was so confident. I was like, yeah, you know, I was the only freshman guy that had a name role. Like, I can do this. I'm going to audition for Harley, yeah. And I'm so excited. I knocked the audition out of the park, and I go up to that cast list saying, my name is not there.
Well, neither was mine. But at least we got to after the show and see it for free.
Yeah, I got to see it for free, too. 4 times. Then South Pacific came along, and I remember I was always able to watch one of my favorite numbers from In the Wings. You know, we had a little secret entrance. The number was Valley High. And they all sang and, like, danced like this, whatever. I always thought it was really cool. And I remember watching it one night. There was something a little bit different. Some girl happened to be flashing the entire...
Oh, wait. Heather Cunningham just texted me. She said, "That was me." Well, I loved being in South Pacific because I got to look really cute. My hair was all curled. I was wearing a hot pink shirt. And I got to watch that man right out of my hair. Anyways.
Alright, so I remember Mama was my first time being in a straight play at St. Thomas. And I had a name role, Mr. Thorkelson. And I was so excited because I had my own little storyline with my beautiful fiancée, played by Asia Zachary, and the best part of it was, my whole character was cut out of the second act.
Wait, Mr. Thorkel who? I remember Mama was my first straight play, and I got to expand my acting horizons when I was cast as the role of Christine Hansen, who was a rude, bitchy teenage girl.
You were acting? Alright, so then came Bye Bye Birdie, and I was cast as a completely different role. Some kid with a dorky name and an awkward stature, nothing like Eugene Flortzik or Mr. Thorkelson. And I was so excited because I had my own solo in Telephone Hour. And I'll never forget, we were doing one of the middle school shows, and I went up to sing my line, and thanks to a microphone problem, my voice was amplified so much that the whole audience screamed.
All my dreams came true my junior year when I thought there would never be a part for me. And then some Spanish rose come storming into the Vienna Center, and I knew it was the perfect role for me.
So you've played a bitchy, heartless teenager and a Spanish girl. You've really broadened your horizons.
In the Master Board, I realized I could be whoever I wanted to be. I could have a blonde sister, a black dad, and become a Fenwickian grape stomper.
Wow, you really dream big. So, in the Mouse That Roared, after all these years, I finally earned my lead role, and I couldn't be happier, playing Tully Bascom. And it was opening night. Everything is going so well. The audience is loving the show, and I go on for the most romantic scene in the show. So, as I'm walking on stage, I realized something that I should have paid attention to. my scarf was double knotted. I start to confess my love for the beautiful Queen of Grand Fenwick, and I'm frantically trying to get it off. I'm like, oh yes, I love you, and here's your scarf back, and I couldn't get it off, so the audience starts to giggle, and I'm just like, I'll give it to you later.
Games actually paid off.
So here we are, Little Shop of Horrors, and I'm playing the role of Mr. Bernstein, I don't even know.
In the show, I finally got to show my inner soul, patting my weave and twerking in the wings.
Shut up, you're not black! Alright guys, so in all seriousness, I never thought I'd say this, but all you underclassmen, these years like really fly by fast. And I know every single senior says that exact line, but I was like, oh come on, I have biology and chemistry and history, and you're like, there's so much stuff, but I woke up this morning and I was like, wow, I'm actually doing my Weather the Weather. It's kind of like the weirdest feeling in the world. So appreciate every show and audition for everything, be a techie for everything. Don't say, oh, I'll just do the next one. Just try to get involved as much as you can. And when I met this girl my freshman year, I never thought I'd end up being best friends with her. But that's the beauty of this program. We have people coming from so many different places, football fields and dyke ball fields. We all come together because we have one thing in common. We all love the theater.
Okay. I remember walking into my Greek audition being forced to by my mom because my freshman year my dad was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer, and they didn't think it was okay for me to be at home and watch my dad suffer like that. So I was like, okay, let's see how this goes. Not thinking that this would ever happen. It was something that I did on the side, that it was just for fun, and I remember being really scared and nervous, but just watching Jill and Michael, the seniors at the time, just being so welcoming for the freshmen, and just I knew that I wanted to be the example that they had set freshman year. And when I stood here during that tech week, and I saw this whole thing and how it was so beautiful to watch, and I never thought that I could be a part of a family like that, but I knew that I wanted to keep doing it and just try to set an example for all of you, and I never thought that I'd be still standing here, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been there for me. And I love you all, and you guys are the most talented crew ever, and I really hope that you enjoyed the time you have left. It's the greatest memories I've ever made, and I don't think I would enjoy my high school years if it wasn't for you guys. And you guys are honestly the greatest people ever, and my best friends in the entire world, and I will take this with me to college and everywhere I go, and I'll come and visit, and if you guys ever need me, I'm always going to be there. I know it seems that it gets really tough at times, but like it's worth it, like look where we are now. So don't miss out on opportunities, and just be the best that you guys can be, which is awesome. I love you guys a lot, and thank you, Scott, for everything. And thank you, Mr. Seeger, for giving me the opportunity and being a little freshman and having me stick around.
Alright guys, so I just want to say one more thing. Megan Davis was telling me how weird it's going to be when all of us seniors graduate, but I just want to tell you guys that we all thought the same thing when Megan McMullen, Heather, Christina, Spencer, Thomas, they all left us, but we still keep on doing what we're doing, and you guys know that, so I don't want you guys to remorse that we're leaving. Appreciate the year that we have left, and next year prove to us, so if we can come see the show, prove to us that you're better than we could ever be, and I know you guys have the ability to do it, and you'll knock the show out of the park, sell out every single show. You guys can do it. And for today's show, remember that's the last time you'll ever be doing every single scene. So before you go on to do Skid Row, say this is my last time. Before we do the finale, this is my last time. And Jackie and Diego, you guys have done so much, and just appreciate everything. It's the best feeling in the world. And when we all take that vow today, just remember that it's the last one, but there'll always be a different show that we'll all be in, and it never ends with theater. That's the beauty of this profession, that there's always another show. So don't be upset. I know you guys are all crying. Don't be upset. And next year, if you ever need anything, Daniella and I, all of us seniors, are just a phone call away. Anything, a Facebook message, and we'll be there for you, whether the weather is cold.
I'll just turn it off.